Back in Black, Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane, 13th all-new collector's item issue. Can't wait to show it to you. The subject of today's episode. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and let's get right into it. So this is so cool. I love when artists homage themselves. This is from Todd McFarlane's Adjective-less Spider-Man, one of the best-selling comic books of all time, issue 1. I don't know. I wonder how the sales progressed. This would lead to Todd McFarlane leaving Marvel after being like such a superstar and, really putting Spider-Man back on the map. I mean, Spider-Man has always been popular since his, inception, but I think that he's definitely had like, I'm sure ups and downs as far as sales and whatnot, depending on creative teams. And I mean, I have to believe, like, who was not buying Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man when it was coming out, if you were getting any Marvel comics at the time. So during his solo title before he left to do Spawn, I love him homaging his, cover to Spider-Man #1. And this is issue 13, so I feel like, was it like number 15 or 16 when he left, that issue where they guest starred X-Force in the Sideways issue, which seems like such a weird parting shot. But he was pissed. He was leaving. That was it. This is great here, too, because I feel like this is sort of definitely like a precursor to Spawn. Like, his Spider-Man book was definitely dark, and it started out dark with, like, the Torment storyline and, a lot of the creepier characters. And so we have, like, Todd McFarlane, he did not invent the black costume look. It was introduced during Secret Wars and actually proposed and bought by a fan. For $220, imagine that. Which seems odd because it's like, why would you have to, like, buy your own character? I don't know. Who knows how all the legal copyright crap works, but it's funny, some of this, and this is, I'm glad I'm looking at this now because IDW, one of our favorite comic book companies, who does this great artist editions, is coming out with the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man edition, which is going to be freaking amazing because Todd has such, like, detail, especially when he's inking himself. And I want to see, like, the blown up, like, scans of his original art just to see, like, how amazing all the little noodling and stuff might be. And what I love about Todd's art is, like, honestly, like, it's not 100% accurate as far as anatomy and technical things sometimes, but like, I don't know, like, is her eye a little crooked there? Maybe, but it's so fun at the same time and good. Like, is the anatomy, like, his arm a little short there? Perhaps, like, what's going on there? But anyway, I love his art. I always have. Infinity Inc. at DC is like where I really fell in love with his art, and then he came to Marvel and did Hulk and eventually Spider-Man and would go on to Spawn. And I mean, come on, this was like so edgy and like groundbreaking at the time. It's funny, a lot of people give Todd McFarlane credit for the spaghetti webbing. However, he just sort of popularized it, I think. Like, it's evident by Michael Golden in that classic Marvel poster. And I'm sure, perhaps before then, the Felix appearance, Todd McFarlane always working Felix into his comic books. Apparently, and I don't know if it's the cover or just the comic book, but he told this guy, why don't you buy Spider-Man? He's like, because I like Felix. And he said, okay, if I put Felix in the comic book, will you buy frickin' Spider-Man? So that's why Felix is in Spider-Man, in little subliminal things. I love panels like this. I think, like, it's so much fun, just, like, the storytelling and the way the detail, Todd is definitely one of those artists. Like, it's funny because he has such a great, interesting story about breaking into comic books, about like 76 rejections before he finally got work, and then he got like Coyote, and then it got canceled, and just like all this stuff. So it's like tenacity is like definitely 9/10 of the law when it comes to being successful in the comic book industry, because it is not for the faint of heart, I will tell you. It is a tough thing that will chew you up and spit you out, and I do know a little from experience. I love panels like this, the total silhouette with the black, like, it's kind of like a foreshadowing. It's funny because MJ was like a supermodel, and so I kind of like love panels like this with her in like a, you know, gown, or like all glammed up or whatever. I do think, I don't know, like, this is a little different. I feel like maybe we're getting more towards the end of his run, and maybe he's sick of it. I don't know, but and then I turned to this page, and then you got all this sick, like, webbing. I cannot wait. I hope some of this stuff is available in the artist edition, because this page, like, is begging. I need to see this in black and white and full scale. Like, that is gorgeous. All this, like, webbing. I don't know. I just, like, really appreciate that. Like, when an artist does something like that. Like, that just shows somebody who loves to draw, I feel. Very, you know, what I think I said, like, I feel like a lot of this is very much a, you know, you can tell Spawn is sort of germinating with him, like a lot of the darkness elements, like a lot of the grim and gritty of the city and the alleys and things like that. And here we have Morbius, like, amazing. I do love seeing, like, I think that was like one of the treats of Todd McFarlane and David Michelinie's run on Spider-Man, and then, you know, his run solo was just like the fun of seeing him draw like a lot of the classic villains. This is amazing. I love it. Like, this is like classic Todd McFarlane right here, with the city and the you know, bird's eye view and all the webbing all over the place, you know, breaking the panel. Like, that is just like gorgeous. We need more Spawn, or we need more Todd McFarlane art in our lives. You know, he says he's only halfway through his career, so get to step in, buddy. Put that pencil to the paper. We want it. I just love his Spider-Man so much. And I mean, come on, that is so cool. I love that. Morbius is so awesome. I can't wait to see the movie. I'm like, I know it's probably terrible, but I'd like to make that decision on my own. Anyway, Back in Black. Amazing Spider-Man. Number 13, Todd McFarlane. Adjective-less Spider-Man. What more can I tell you? Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more later.